What's up, everyone, and welcome to issue number 8 of Geek Pop Podcast. With me is Josh.
What's going on, Toby? So I already have a bone to pick with you, in that you apparently address me as like a special guest every week. You brought this to my attention this week. Are you there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna let you. They're gonna keep going.
Okay. I was expecting you to jump in and defend yourself at that point.
All right, fine. Ready? Here we go. Shots fired. Did you actually double check if I special guest you every week or not?
You do, because now that you mention it, like I'm thinking back in my head, and you're always like, "Hey, it's Toby," and then this person here with me is Josh, and
No, you said in your head. Have you gone back through the tapes and double checked if I did it or not?
Well, listen, no, I haven't.
Okay, exactly. So I'll move on with the show.
On with the show.
We'll go, bitch. You fucking had shots fired. You had the hot heat coming at me. Let's go.
What do you mean, let's go? You're Mr. Show host. I'm just special guest. You're supposed to drag me along.
Let's see.
Do you want me to start?
In my notes here, we have a story by Josh. I think we'll just fucking start telling the story. Let's.
Oh, okay. All right. So tell me. Oh, cut! Picture me holding one of those giant movie things and just like slamming
a clapboard or a clapper, what the fuck it's called?
Yeah, I'm a clapper. Hey girl, when you gonna let me clap that ass? Anyway, moving on. So Toby, this past probably 2 weeks now, a friend of mine got married. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a groomsman in the wedding. There were 3 of us as groomsmen. And apparently, so this is the story of how my immaturity has now come back to bite me, and people don't appreciate it anymore.
I feel that way all the time, but you keep going.
You tell me that all the time? I mean,
that's how I feel. I just keep it down.
Oh, okay. I mean, like I feel like our immaturity is kind of our selling point, but it doesn't play so well in the real world. So, okay, apparently, like, a thing you do for weddings, not apparently it is, a thing you do for weddings is, like, decorate the bride and groom's car, right? Like, you put, like, just married on it and stuff like that. So, that was, like, the groomsman's job at this particular wedding, was like, hey, you guys need to go, like, decorate their car. It's like, okay, so we'll do that. So, we went and got paint to decorate their car, a little, like, paint stick thing. So we went out to decorate the car. We wrote, like, just married all over it and kind of, happy little things. Then we realized that, like, we're holding a paint stick in our hand. And this car has, like, really dark tinted windows. So A led to B, and we drew a giant penis on the inside of the car window, and you couldn't see it from the outside. So it was the perfect crime, Toby.
I on a piece of paper here, I wrote down where I thought the story was going.
Great.
And I want you to know that my prediction was extremely accurate.
Great. All right. Well, I felt like it wasn't the obvious joke is a giant dick on the outside of the car, right? But we took it, we were more cerebral with it, if you will. And we drew a giant dick on the inside of the car. And again, thinking like, yeah, it's funny, it's fine. So we drew a big giant dick and then like a little small dick, and the one dick was like coming. It was all fun. It was all fun and games, Toby. Happy married fun. So, party broke up, the reception broke up. I left, hadn't really talked to the groom, in the week or so since his wedding. I get a text from him this past week, so I'm going to go to the tape, Toby. I'm going to the text record.
If you can go, please refer to Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. I would like to put into evidence the text message from this past Wednesday. Okay, so he texts me. He says, "What kind of paint did you guys use on my vehicle?" Seems like an odd question. So naturally, I see where this conversation is headed. I see the dark road we're going down. So I go into recovery mode and blame mode. So I instantly say, talk to one of the other groomsmen. I gave his name. I said he bought it. He would know more about it than me. So then I say why. I said it was supposed to be for decorating windows. Why? He says it doesn't come off. And then he texted back right after that and said, and the 2 dicks on my back window are what I would deem inappropriate. So we go on, and I asked him, like, hey, what have you tried? He tried to pressure wash it, which is, not really going to work because it's inside the car. So basically, he had to get out a paint scraper and, like, slowly and meticulously scrape off our giant penises that we drew on the inside of his automobile right after he was married. So he's off embarking on maturity, and meanwhile,
and you're dragging him back down,
into junior high.
See, when our friends get married, we just steal disposable cameras and take pictures of our dicks and or asses.
Nice, yeah. I feel like that hurts them less. They just have to like go once and then throw the picture away,
or keep it over one day.
Sure. I mean, I guess if you want to keep that scrapbook, but for me, I cost him some time. And so then I tried to joke, and I was like, yeah, because he said 2 dicks. I'm like, yeah, 3 dicks drew 2 dicks, haha. And he didn't. I don't think he thought that was funny. So I might not have a friend anymore.
Nicely done.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, I'm glad now that you actually learned though what may or may not be appropriate in life.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like. It was kind of group mentality. Like, we all thought it was a good idea at the time. Like, I wasn't the only one chanting for the penis. Like, I mean...
I feel like knowing you and knowing the way that you get things done,
yep.
I'm pretty sure the group mentality was Josh going, you're giggling already, so you fucking know what I'm about to say.
That was a real, like, dark, subtle thing. And then knowing the way you get things done. Knowing your dark machinations that...
This was the way the conversation went down, if I had to assume how it went down.
Okay.
I'm probably going to guess I'm right. Josh was with the group of groomsmen, said to his friends, hey guys, I have a good idea. Let's draw dicks on here. You do it first, though. You got one of them to draw the first dick, and then you just started laughing and did it too.
That's very close. So it started with me pointing out how dark the tinting on the windows was. So I planted the seed early, Toby.
This all sounds like you, because you've told me multiple times with multiple different stories. I'm not really the guy that does things. I'm the guy that gets people to do things.
Yeah, man, you know me too well. So that happened first. Then I didn't actually. So again, here's my subtle play. I didn't end up actually by hand drawing any of the penises. I talked everyone else into it, right? It was like, you need to climb in the window there, and you need to draw a penis on the back side. Because then I get to deny completely.
Josh, I was reflecting the other day, and this is a 2-parter. These are the kind of stories I usually tell, where one part of the story builds into the other part of the story.
Is the second part going to be on next week's issue?
No, you know what's going right now.
So there's no cliffhanger?
No, I mean, the cliffhanger might be in the beginning, but it's all going to come together quickly.
Okay.
The other night, I was at the bar, and they had one of the Music Fest performance things on TV, and you can't really hear it because it was quiet, like the bar's loud and TV's on mute and bullshit like that. But we're watching some band, which is weird because it's all quiet. But the one thing I found I like to do, apparently, like Bon Jovi was on the jukebox.
Yeah.
So I was just pretending this band was singing Bon Jovi or trying to just mash up the songs to whatever's on TV.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting, especially when there's like a female-fronted band singing Bon Jovi or other songs like that. But I was on the thing, and I saw a guy that looked like my old guitar teacher. So I was like, holy shit, like, I think this is my old guitar teacher. I wonder if it's him, blah, blah, blah. And when I was younger, I took guitar lessons from this guy, and I was probably 14, 15, 16, somewhere in there.
Okay.
And I looked up to him like he's basically my dad's age, or that grouping. Like, he's that much older than me. So it was always where they was teaching, like, a 15-year-old kid.
That's really not that weird, I mean.
Well, he's known for being a really good blues guitarist.
Yeah.
Like, he's been all over the world playing blues, and he taught me, like, how to play punk songs, which was always the weirdest part of our lessons. But basically, at the end of the lesson, it was, what song do you want to learn?
Yeah.
And I know other people went there with blues songs or classical songs or shit like that, and I was always like, I want to learn Damn It. I want to learn Slick Shoes. I want to learn Real Big Fish.
I think that's pretty normal. Like, when my cousin took guitar lessons for a while, that's how he told me his lessons ended too, where it's like, bring in a song that you want to learn on guitar, and we'll do that. He brought in some, like, Blink-182 song and learned it. So, I mean, I think that's normal, but go on.
I think it's normal. I just think it's different because of who I was taking the lesson from.
Yeah.
It wasn't some guy at a music center. It was, like, a famous blues guitarist teaching me these songs. But we're watching these bands. I think I see him on TV. And I was like, holy shit, I wonder if he still lives by me. Because it just worked out that he lived by my dad when I was growing up, and so I'm still kind of in that area. Mm-hmm. So I go on his website, I find his email address, and I think to myself, I'm going to email this guy and see if he remembers me.
Nice.
So I email the guy, I say along the lines of, hey, you probably won't remember me. I'd like to swing by and say hi sometime. I took lessons from you a long time ago. Are you still in the area? And I was kind of vague about it because I thought it would be cool for him to be like, holy shit, this kid's 15 years older now, but this is him now. Like that kind of thing.
So you wanted to be like his secret crush? I mean...
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, if I taught a kid at like 5 how to do something, and they came to me at 20 and said something along the lines of, "Hey, remember me? You trained me how to play Dota. You trained me how to do this." I don't know. You know what I mean? It seems cool to me. Have like the student teacher mentality.
No, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm not ragging on that. That's cool.
All right, because you're making this hard for me to explain it.
I'm sorry. I apologize. It was the part that I was hitting on was when you said you wanted to be vague about it, and I didn't know why.
I just thought it'd be more entertaining that way.
To who?
So
to you?
he emails me back and was like, "Yeah, I still live there. Never really home. Take care."
Whoa.
So I think to myself, well, that didn't really play out the way I thought it was going to.
Wow, jeez.
So I emailed him a second time and was like, "Hey, my name's Toby. I was there when I was 15. You used to always teach me the punk songs at the end of class. Just wanted to say hi. I think I saw you at Music Fest, blah, blah, blah." And the big thing about Music Fest was...
that you drove down the middle of it, blaring an ICP song. No,
the real life big version of it was when I was taking lessons from him. That was the first year in, I think it was 10 or 15 years that he wasn't invited to play Music Fest, and it was because it was their 25th or 50th or some big anniversary.
Yeah.
So in my youth, I was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna blacklist Music Fest for this guy. I'm gonna take a stand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna boycott Music Fest.
Fight the power."
So that's mainly what triggered me thinking about him when I saw him at Music Fest, or when I thought I did.
Yeah.
Just because he was back there, and I was like, "Hey, it's kind of cool. He made it back."
He buried the hatchet.
Yeah, he's getting paid. Good for him. So I emailed him the whole big thing of like, "This is who I was," and he just emails me back like, "Yeah, cool. I remember. Take care, man."
Jeez.
So pretty much all my hopes and dreams of like just at least saying hi to this dude shut down. And then I thought about it a different way. And I thought about the fact that Sierra Hannah talked to me on Twitter for a couple of days. And it really fucking weirds me out that in real life, people that I would think I had some sort of effect on give no fucks about me whatsoever. And famous actresses, like, jock my dick for a minute. You never know, or, you know. Like,
I thought your angle was going to be like, I was feeling really down. He didn't want to talk to me. But then I realized that I've talked to Sierra Hannah, so fuck him.
I mean, yeah, fuck him. I mean, it's the same kind of thing. But it's just a weird correlation. I would think people in my life would care more about me than fucking celebrities. But, you know, apparently I'm getting the big leagues.
That's
I'm
really
better
weird.
than him anyway. Fuck him.
Yeah,
I'm going to play
fuck him.
Music Fest by myself. Yeah, my beatbox, walk down the streets, play some ICP, charge people $1 for make me turn it off.
The only... yeah, you're going to turn it... If you know what? If you
It's a reverse concert, really.
a reverse concert. That's a genius idea. You know what? ICP should have done that. They would be billionaires at this point if their whole thing had been pay us to turn off our music instead of play it. But yeah, fuck that guy, man.
Yeah, cocksucker.
I'd want to talk to 15-year-old later punk Toby.
Hey, I remember when you had a lot of hair. That changed.
Do you think that'd be the first thing he would say?
It would have to be. Because I mean, I know how I used to look versus how I look now. And it's the polar opposite.
Did you have, like, long hair?
Yeah, I had the cool emo kid hair.
Okay.
But that ties into my next story, Josh.
Okay, please.
That was really the two-parter, but this ties into the third-parter. The other day, I was leaving Giant after food shopping, getting dinner.
Is Giant a source
It's a grocery
of food
store,
purchasing?
yes. It's a grocery store.
Okay.
I saw this kid probably an adult, but it looked like a person that I would say was my bully of sorts when I was in middle school.
Okay, I want to pause right there and tell you that you calling everyone a kid is like the first sign of old age. Like that proves that you and I are getting old when everyone as a kid does. But
I would call like a 40-year-old kid.
yeah, hey kid.
I mean, everyone's a kid.
Okay, you saw your bully?
Fuck yeah! So I
saw
saw this guy that looked like my old arch nemesis, and I quickly reflected upon the entire story that I'm going to bestow upon you right now.
Okay, great.
Josh in middle school.
Yeah.
There was this kid, legit at that point, that was in one of my classes, and when I was younger and had a lot of hair, over summertime, where your temples would be.
Okay, I'm picturing my temples.
Okay, in just those two areas, my hair would turn like blonde. And the rest of my hair would be dark brown, black, whatever.
That's awesome.
I have no idea why, but it happened for a couple years in a row.
I bet you look like reverse Wolverine.
Nice! That's what I need!
Yeah.
That's why I was such a devil with the ladies in 6th grade.
Yep, that's it.
So, it might have been 7th grade. So, this kid, I'm able to say Chris because no one knows the fuck Chris is.
Yeah.
So this kid Chris, the one day asked me why my hair was blonde, and being the smartass that I was, even then, Josh, for whatever reason, my go-to line was, I said a dog peed on my head and bleached my hair.
I mean,
it's a 13-year-old joke. I don't know.
was that like, ha, I win because a dog peed on my head? Like, what was your hopeful outcome of that?
I think it was just a smart-ass response to why patches in my hair were blonde.
Okay.
I have no good response for why.
Second question: if a dog actually pees on your head, does it bleach your hair out?
When my dog pees in the backyard, it kills the grass. I would only assume it do the same thing to my hair.
If I peed on my hair, would it bleach it out? I wonder.
No, because yours is not acidic like wild animals, Josh.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I don't either.
My pee and my dog's pee smell completely different. My dog's pee makes the entire house reek. My pee just makes the bathroom reek.
Someone needs to write in and explain urine to us.
I want a scientist to tell me how pee works.
Listen,
how does that work?
If there's a scientist out there, we'll have him on as a special guest. They can only talk about urine, but I want to know.
Okay.
All right.
So, as we grew up, this kid kind of grew more and more into a douchebag. He started playing football.
Wait, time out. What did he say to the hair thing when you said that to him?
That's not the irrelevant point of this.
Okay.
But this ties into the end of the story where it gets relevant again.
All right.
So, high school came, he started playing football. He
became that guy. Yep.
He became that guy. He always skipped leg day. Do you know what that joke means?
I know
right?
what that means. Yeah.
Right. If you don't know what that joke means, it means you just all build your upper body and you have like chicken legs.
Yeah. So he's super muscular up top and nothing down bottom.
Yeah. But he almost looked like a weeble with how lopsided his top half was versus his legs. So he was always thought he fit in high school, that kind of shit. But was always friends with friends of mine. So as we went into college, I stayed with this one group of friends. We always went to concerts together. And every once in a while, this kid would show up and just kind of tag along and kind of remind me of why he was a douche in high school or middle school. But one night, it escalated greatly. And this is one of my greatest moments. This is when I crushed my bully using only words, Josh.
Okay.
I was probably a $145 at that point. I was just a little dude against this muscular guy. But with my words, Josh, I dismantled him.
Not anything compared to your $146 right now, but
I'm like 165 now.
Go on.
It's been a bad summer.
Go on.
But so it was me, him, one of my guy friends, or two of my guy friends, and one of our female friends that went with us. So we're all going to this concert. I think it was to go see Census Fail.
Great.
I'm 99% sure. So it's definitely like my hardcore punk years, 1920, something like that. Still had the cool emo kid hair. I'm gonna keep saying it's cool just because.
Yep. The coolest hair with like bleach.
The coolest. It used to get in my eyes. So to like sweep it out of my face with my head.
Oh, it's so dreamy.
Dude, I was back then.
Yeah,
back in those days, I was an emo god.
An emo god. That's like two complete opposites. Like an actual emo person would never like think that they're hot shit. Like, that's the whole point.
I had the trucker hats because I had the big hair. I did the whole thing.
Oh dear lord.
I did it. I did it after it was cool, probably too, which was my favorite part. Which is how I usually roll with the trends. Once
Hold
they're
on
out,
to it.
I like to roll with them because it's still a part of me. I go with it.
All right, go on.
But we all go to this concert, and during the gap between some of the bands, for whatever reason, we're talking about something, and I feel like he was getting upset because he didn't have enough attention, and I was talking to the girl that we were with.
Okay.
I mean, and it wasn't even like, "How you doing?" Talking. It was just talking to the girl we were with.
Uh-huh.
So we're bullshitting, and out of nowhere, he goes, "Hey Toby, remember when the dog pissed on your head in middle school?" So this is from 13 to, we'll say, 20. Is the age range of this. So 7 years later, we're in college, past that point of when you're supposed to be a douchebag in high school, and he brings it up in front of people. So I was like, yeah, haha, funny. And then I kind of half explained the story to everybody. And he goes, haha, no, the dog peed on your head. That's pretty funny. Haha, dog pissed on your head. And for whatever reason, Josh, it triggered something in me that you've only seen with like video games sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And this is in the middle of like a concert. So let's say there's 100 people because, I mean, it's small bands. It's not some fucking huge thing.
Because you're too cool for that, but go on.
No, because I mean, it was when like Census Fail was like just starting. They didn't have a CD out or anything.
All right, I just wanted to pick on you. Go.
So in the middle of this concert, kind of quiet, but there's music playing in the background. I just fucking go off on him. I start screaming at the top of my lungs. pretty much it was along the line, like, of course it was cursing. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. It was fucking middle school. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. And he just stares at me. And he's like, no, I'm just playing around with you. I was like, no, shut your fucking mouth. Like, I'm fucking tired of hearing about this. It was fucking high school. Grow the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and get away from me. He just kind of looks at me and like just kind of shoots me like a sad look. And I think I yelled one more time basically along the same lines. And he was just like, I was just making a joke. And kind of put his head down and walked away with one of the other guys.
Wow.
And on the way, like on his way walking away, he was like, I don't know why Toby got so mad at that. But this big muscular dude, I just fucking went hard at him with my words and took him down. And nothing felt better, Josh. Like that was my one moment of, this is my time to shine. Like when we watched Angus, and he got to dance with the girl at the end. Yeah. That was my moment. That was my one moment.
So, listen, I don't want to take this away from you, Toby, but have you ever heard the term that everyone is the hero in their own story?
So he was the hero because I put him down?
You sort of became the supervillain at that point, right? Listen, I'm going to paint the picture from a different angle, okay? So, like, and now we're cut to his point of view throughout the whole story, okay?
Okay.
So, he's in high school. He's kind of hanging out with you a little bit, talking to you. You make a funny joke about a dog pissing on your head. And
middle school. That was middle school.
Middle school, whatever. He's like, that Toby guy, he's kind of funny. And then, like, he sort of, like, kind of floats around, doesn't know what to do. He kind of tries to fit in with, like, the cool kids in high school. But he clearly doesn't because then he stays hanging out with you guys.
I'm going to cut you down right now. Josh, if your go-to move to make friends again is bringing somebody else down, you deserve to get the takedown.
We're not done yet.
No, I don't give a fuck. I don't even care. I don't give a shit what you say anymore.
So then high school or college comes around.
I'm going to call you Tootsie Roll from now on.
Okay, that's fine.
And then I'm doing it in front of girls and the other friends that don't know that story. I'll be like, Josh was so fucking hungry the one day, he took a punch to the dick for a Tootsie Roll.
I would just laugh.
Bullshit. No, if there were people there that they didn't really know, or there were girls there or some bullshit, and I was like, I called Josh Tootsie Roll, he took a punch in the dick for a Tootsie Roll, you would be embarrassed in front of those girls like a motherfucker. And you would come hard. You would come so hard at me and be like, oh, fucking dog piss head, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I don't give a fuck what you said.
Oh, man. I'm trying to write his origin story here.
His origin story was he skipped leg day, got an inferiority complex, and I fucking shattered it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, he clearly doesn't have any friends. He's tagging along with you guys. He doesn't really fit in. He's not there all the time. You guys were all having your own conversations. So he did the only thing he knew, Toby.
Yeah, he went back in douchebag mode, so I took him down. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I'm wrong. I'm going on record right now, episode 8, issue 8. I do not give a fuck if I am wrong in this. I could be the wrongest asshole in the goddamn world right now.
But it still feels
fucking took my bully down.
Yeah.
Without my fists.
That's a lovely thing.
Fuck you!
No, I'm with you, man. Okay, so, Toby, as you probably know, this week is Shark Week.
I've heard so many stupid stories about Shark Week already, but go on.
This isn't a story about Shark Week.
No, but fucking people are talking about it at work. Vern Troyer's posting pictures of him in goddamn shark costumes on Reddit.
Okay, yeah, okay. So this is the start of my story. This is the start of our conversation. Toby, what the fuck is up with Shark Week? Like, why is it such a big deal?
I don't know, but it jumped a shark and it's a bunch of shit now.
Okay, so did it?
The shark jumped the other shark, and now it's a fucking waste of space.
It's a double shark. So it's just a bunch of shows about sharks in one week, right? Like, it's just TV shows about sharks.
Yeah, but the selling point used to be when Discovery Channel taught you things.
That it was educational stuff about sharks?
Yeah, like it would be real stories about sharks.
That sounds so much worse.
Shark attacks, bullshit like that. But apparently now it's Sharklodon versus Meg Octopus, and they make up bullshit fake shark stories.
Okay.
Just to pull in ratings.
Sounds way better.
Nah.
Sounds
but
like an improvement.
Nat Geo, their channel, has Shark Week 2.0 this week, where they actually show educational shark things.
Damn,
so
shots fired.
People are flipping over to Nat Geo now. They're trying to get the education back on.
That's how it's done right there. You know what? That is the new Monday Night Wars. They're going straight
for 1 week.
1 week. I'm Eric Bischoff. You're Vince McMahon, and we're gonna go. I don't know why I picked the loser in that battle. I don't know why I was the loser. Anyway.
You know what's up.
Yeah, listen, that was definitely a Freudian slip.
Just to finish up your wrestling metaphor real quick.
Yeah.
So that means on like Discovery Shark Week, they say, well, if you flip over to Nat Geo Shark Week right now, Next hour, you're going to see when the mother shark gives birth to 3 live baby sharks. But you don't want to see that anymore because we ruined it for you, so you might as well stay on our channel.
That really is going to put scuba divers in the water. Tell me, that's an incredible joke if you get it.
Asses in the seats?
Yeah, when they said that, they said, yeah, Foley. He really puts asses in the seats. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he kept up kind of.
There's like one guy out there who's just laughing his ass off right now. That was for him. Anyway.
Hey, wrestling fan, this one's for you.
I'm going to toss you that
Monday Night Wars. Nitro Girls.
Nitro. That's just our wrestling joke. It's just Nitro Girls. We just say things. The Outsiders. All right.
Wolfpack. Oh.
Well, this has clearly gotten away from me, Toby.
Shark Week.
I wanted you and I to celebrate Shark Week a little bit.
All right.
With some shark-related trivia.
All right.
Would you be up for that?
I'm down for anything.
Okay. First of all, before we launch into our shark trivia, I want you to tell the people how much of a shark expert you are, or a sharkspert.
The only shark-related thing I know is there's an episode of Friends where Monica thinks Chandler watches shark porn, and then she buys him shark attacks for Valentine's Day, thinking he's gonna get all turned on by it.
Yeah.
And then she said they were watching it. He just stares at it, thinking that she's weird about it.
Okay.
And she makes a joke like, "What, isn't this the good part? Should I fast forward to the thrashing around and the blood and stuff?" And that's my shark reference.
That's really gross.
I think they give live birth.
Sure, let's say that they do.
If you punch them in the face, they run away from you.
Yeah, it's in the nose right there. Yeah,
right there in the nose. That's how you
get rid of a. You know what? That's if you only know one thing about sharks, it's probably a good one thing to know.
I think when they get bloodlust, their eyes black out.
I think that's only in the movies. I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny that to be true. That doesn't sound right, but I don't have the facts to back that up.
I think it is true, because your pupils dilate when you high aggression. I think they just get so much fucking fired up blood flow going that they...
So when the devil shark wants to come eat me, that's how I know.
If you just see the blacks of their eyes, you gotta get fuck out of the water.
So I don't punch his nose until I see the blacks of his eyes? That's
if a shark's coming at you, you should probably start swinging immediately just for the hope for the best. I wouldn't wait for right before the bite. I wouldn't wait for that. I would try to get preemptive on. No, excuse me, preemptive on that son of a bitch.
My arms are only so long, so I mean, I have to start swinging when he's in range. I wouldn't want to tire myself out.
Yeah, that's gonna make the difference.
Anyway,
you being tired now, that's really gonna save the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna start tired. I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm probably swimming, so that sounds exhausting. But let's talk about sharks, Toby. So we got some shark trivia. We're gonna see how well you do. If you can answer them all, you are an official sharkspert.
Yeah.
So first up, question about a shark: why are hammerhead sharks born with soft heads? So if you don't know, the hammerhead shark is the shark with the big fin hammer thing on his head. His head's all crazy looking. He's got eyeballs on the side of the fin. Why is he born with a soft head? For what reason?
So his head can stretch out?
I mean, stretch out to what end?
To hammer length.
No, that is incorrect. The correct answer is so they don't jam up their mother's birth canals, Toby.
That seems about right.
I know. So their heads fold as they get birthed out of their mom.
I think they would actually unfold while they get birthed out of their mom, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, the hammerhead's flat, so it's going to have to, like, fold up into a little circular shape to get pooped out.
I know, but you said they fold when they come out. I think they unfold when they come out, because then their eyes... Next question.
I mean, that's fine. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Another question about a shark. There is apparently a shark, Toby. I was not aware of this. There's apparently a type of shark known as the cookie cutter shark. How does the cookie cutter shark eat? What is the process?
It sucks the food in, throws it back up, and eats it again.
No, very close. I like where your head's at.
Frogs do that.
Thank you. If this was Frog Week, you would be in.
Yes.
But the cookie cutter shark, it's known as the cookie cutter shark because it latches onto its prey and cuts a circle into like the fish's side, cuts the flesh out, and then starts chewing on the little hole. So when it lets go, it looks like you took a cookie cutter and like cut out a portion of the fish that it was eating.
I feel like there's like 20 different animals that could be called cookie cutter animals then. But
okay, but still, that's fucked up. I mean, he leaves like little holes in things.
It's like Jigsaw.
It's really weird.
But in animal form and not a movie.
Okay, speaking of movies though, Toby.
Jaws.
Our next trivia question is not about Jaws. It is about the seminal hit Sharknado. Have you seen Sharknado?
I've not seen Sharknado or Sharknado more. Electric Boogaloo.
Okay, well, you don't have to have seen Sharknado to answer this question. The question I'm going to ask you about Sharknado, Toby, is what is Sharknado's current, as of the time of this writing, what is its current Rotten Tomatoes score?
6.
And let's say like within 10.
6.
That would be incorrect as well. It is currently an 82%.
That's better than a lot of movies.
82%. I think that's better than Shawshank Redemption.
Is it better than Snakes on a Plane? Because that fair comparison would be Snakes on a Plane versus
I don't think,
Sharknado.
I mean, I guess like a thing in the air and then a predator. I guess that's a fair.
No, what I'm talking about is completely bullshit movies based on an animal like that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about predators flying, but I guess I was wrong. Okay.
No. What?
Wait, Sharknado. It's a predator in the air because of the tornado.
Snakes on a Plane is 68%.
Okay, so it beats Snakes on a Plane. That's a crazy number.
By about 20%.
That's a crazy number.
It's 20% better.
Moving on with our quiz, Toby.
I'm like 0 for 3. Let's keep this going. This is like the college all over again.
Yeah, so far. So I think you can bring this back, though. We're going to get into some questions that I feel like are going to be in your wheelhouse. And this is the first. Name one of the 2 Dota characters that has a shark hat item.
Shark hat item. Slark.
Slark is definitely one of them. Tidehunter also has.
That would be another guess, you motherfucker. God damn you.
I'm sorry. You got it right.
You're a piece of shit. It's the one fucking question I could probably get right, and this is what you take it away from me. Hey, Toby, here's your treat, and you just fucking closed your hand right before I bit down.
You're like the dog that I sat the treat on his nose, and then I took it away and never let you eat it. Never let you eat it.
God damn it.
I'm very sorry, Toby. I jumped the gun. I apologize.
And Faceless Void almost looks like a hairband shark. Bonus points!
He really does. Well done. All right, yeah, that's an extra like plus 10. We'll give you bonus points.
I even back out.
All right. Another question that I feel like is right in your wheelhouse. I wrote this one just for you, Toby. There's a television show named Shark Tank. Name one of the sharks on Shark Tank.
Mark Cuban.
Nicely done. Now give me your best Mark Cuban impression.
Yeah,
it stumped you, didn't it, motherfucker? That's right.
I like your technology, but I have better technology than this. I own millions of dollars worth of companies, and you have this app right now that you can only look at the Uber wait time. But my app that we're developing right now looks at Link. What's the other one?
I don't know. Lyft.
We also look at Lyft and Zipcar and everything else. So my app's right better than yours. So I'm not interested.
Nicely done. Now, if only you had tossed in a Braves/Atlanta reference, I would have given you perfect points for that.
Why would he talk about the Braves?
Isn't he the guy who doesn't he own the Braves?
The Dallas Mavericks, you dumb motherfucker.
Oh, okay. I knew it was a sports team. Okay, my bad.
And he also owns HDNet, which probably shows shark-related media this week.
Probably, yeah, because they're trying to piggyback on anything that's popular.
Shark Week 2.1. HDNet.
It's like one, like they couldn't even go a full 1.0 better. It's just like, listen, I know they added 1 in their 2.0, but we're
Mark Cuban knows his technology. It's not a major revision. He just fucking went up by 0.1.
Yeah, exactly.
See, all sorts of Mark Cuban fucking references up in here.
So I figured Shark Tank would be right up your alley. Can you name any of the other hosts of Shark Tank? Because I couldn't.
Lori Grenier, I think, is one.
Good God, yep.
Kevin something?
Kevin O'Leary, yep. I think there are 2 Kevins. There's Kevin O'Leary and Kevin Harrington, I guess, at times. There's one more that's like, I guess, one of the big ones. He's the guy who made Fubu.
I can't think of his name right now.
David John.
That's who it was, yeah.
John.
Yeah.
That impresses me so much. Well, like in like a reverse impressed. Like if you can, I guess it depresses me that you know those.
I watch it all the time. It's a good show.
I knew you would. You and your Survivor fandom. I figured Shark Tank would be.
It's right up there.
Okay, Toby. Moving on. Keeping with the television theme, name at least one of the street sharks.
Jaws. Wheels. Blades.
No, all good choices though. None of those were street sharks, but they totally should be like West Coast street sharks.
Doesn't one of them have fucking rollerblades on?
I think that one was called. With rollerblades was Streaks. I think. Anyway, here are the names. We have Jab, we have Streaks, we have Slamoo, and Ripster.
Slamoo's a fucking whale.
Right? All right, that's what I. All right, I'm glad we're on the same page here, Toby. Fucking Slamoo is the most bullshit street shark because Slamoo's not even a goddamn shark. And also, Slamu is not a killer whale in the fucking cartoon. He just is like a regular ass shark, and his fucking name's Slamu.
Is he black and white at least?
He's like a darkish, like a brown.
That's fucking stupid.
It's dumb, man. It is dumb. But also, like, he's only the one that has like a decent pun in his name. Like, fucking Jab. What does that even mean? What? Dumb, Toby. Fucking dumb.
Fucking dumb.
That's where I landed on Street Sharks. Coming down hard on Street Sharks.
Someone has to.
All right, last question, Toby. This is for all the marbles, we'll say, because you've done pretty good. I feel like you won a lot of bonus points on the.
I'm like 50-50 right now.
Okay, this is the one here. At the time of this writing, when I wrote this question, what was the last used in the latest tweet? Was the last used hashtag by @SharkCleaning, the makers of Shark vacuums?
The last hashtag?
The last hashtag that they used in their latest tweet.
Going deep.
And I want you to explain to me what going deep would mean in relation to shark vacuums. Does it sound pretty sexual?
It could mean anything. I don't know.
Going deep.
It hits on so many levels.
I guess it does. Like a deep clean, maybe?
Like you're going deep clean.
Deep.
Their divers are going down deep for the sharks. My shark vacuum's going deep underneath the couch to fucking get the dirt out of there. And someone's watching shark porn fucking his girlfriend right now. Going deep.
Going deep. No, actually, I like going deep a lot better. This is kind of a trick question. Last hashtag they used was hashtag Shark Week.
I was going to guess that, but that seemed too easy.
You know what? Sometimes I toss an easy one at you, Toby.
You set me up to fail.
I always do. So that's Shark Week for you.
I hope you learned something during our in-depth analysis of Shark Week. Josh, every week we reach out to the listeners of this show, this fine show, and they write us.
It is a fine show. Let's stop and talk about how fine our show is.
It's fantastic.
Like if our show was on the street, like a girl, like if our show was a girl walking by, would you be like, "Damn, show, you fine"?
I don't talk like that. I'd probably double take her.
Oh, okay, even better.
I give her make the eyes as I stroll by.
If you were wearing sunglasses, would you seductively push them down your nose at our show?
Yeah, for sure.
Be like, oh hey, would you Ferris Bueller's cover of his DVD, our show?
There's no reason not to.
Right. I mean, exactly.
I've never done it once in my life yet. I'm gonna start now.
Our show, Toby, is pretty fuckable. Just putting that out there.
If we're to call the episode number the age, we're only 8, so I'm gonna back away from that statement real quick.
Good point. Moving on.
So, Josh, every week so far for maybe the past 2 or 3 weeks, so that's not really every week, we have a question of the week where we ask people to write in to talk about one of the things we talked about for the week.
That's true.
At some point, I lost track of what last week was, and people have a couple old questions, or a couple old answers to the questions from past weeks. So before I get to the old answers, I'm going to say email us at cast@geek-pop.com with your answer to this week's question of the week, which is, did you ever fuck up your bully before? Because Josh is going to judge you hard. I'm going to get your back.
No, I'll have everybody's back. I'm everybody's friend, Toby.
You're fucking no one's friend. So, Josh, we have a random smattering of a couple answers to questions of the week that I don't remember what they tie up to.
Perfect.
Number 1.
Bring it.
So around what would be considered the equivalent of the freshman year of high school, there was this trend going around with some pretty weird guys regarding some inappropriate crotch grabbing and asshole fingering.
Wait. Is this wait, what? Is it?
Dear Penthouse.
Alright, first of all, who is this from? Do we have a name?
Musa.
From who?
Musa.
Okay, from Musa. Okay. So is this happening around him, or is he just saying in the world?
They're around him. We're getting there. Feel me finish his fucking answer.
There's too much going on already.
So as you can imagine, Josh, they tried to play asshole finger with him. But only just once because he jumped around and kicked the dude who was fingering me in the balls to send the fuck off and stay away message.
Nice.
As to why they're doing this in the first place, I have to say it's a mixture of experimenting, burgeoning sexuality at that age, mixed with the fact they'd never be able to get away with doing that to any girls, whereas the dudes would never in a million years turn them in. So yeah, this kind of thing went on a lot in my school, but luckily it never happened to me again.
That's really weird.
There's some game in Korea or China where elementary, middle school kids, it's called Bang Bang or something. They try to make a finger gun with their finger and jam it up assholes. To their teachers.
This is a real thing. When we're saying up the asshole, like it's all fun and games, and like everyone knows what that means. Well, how far up are we saying? Like, are we saying outside of the clothes? Like what?
It's called, okay, I looked it up because I wanted to remember what it was called, not sound like a complete asshole. It's called Concho. Is a prank performed by clasping the hands together in the shape of an imaginary gun and attempting to insert the extended index fingers sharply into an unsuspecting victim's anus, often while exclaiming, Concho!
What does concho mean? Can we get a translation
The
on
word
concho?
is a slang adaptation of the Japanese word for enema. In accordance with the widespread practice, the word is generally written in katakana when used in slang, blah, blah, blah.
So
It's a form of mischief among Japanese children, but it's also been used by adults, such as baseball players like Kazuhiro Kiyohara.
that sounds like freaking Kazuhiro. What a prankster.
Finger gun assholer.
Toby, listen. Maybe I'm out of the loop, but if someone finger gun up the butt someone else, the person that I think should be most embarrassed in that equation is the dude who just stuck his fingers up somebody's butt. Like, the other guy was like standing around and it happened to him. The first guy was like, bro, like, what? Now your fingers have blood on them, like, right? I mean,
that's a pretty good way to break it down, to be honest with you.
Thank you. I don't know. That's weird. I'm glad Musa put a stop to this.
Yeah, roundhouse kick to the balls.
He's the RoboCop of his generation.
The next answer to a question that I forget. So this happened around 7 years. This is another Musa one.
Great.
So this happened around 7 years ago, so my memory may be a bit hazy on it, but I'm fairly certain I remember it correctly. So this happened when I was finishing 6th grade. The story actually takes place at the end of the year, when one of my teachers had decided to show the class a movie on the last day of school before finals as a way of saying goodbye to us in the last year she would have taught us. So at the end of the day, during the last 2 lessons, she got us all into one class, and we watched Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory on the projector.
Nice, that's good.
The context is important for what's about to happen.
Oh wait, Tim Burton's. No, F that. That's not a good one.
So after the movie ends and everyone was packed up and left, I was still in the class with around 3 other guys who I was mildly acquainted with and didn't really like them much.
Great.
I was busy trying to jam my entire desk worth of stuff in my book bag, since it was desk open from the top. As I was doing this, 2 of the guys in the room got onto the computer that the movie was attached to the projector, and surprise, surprise, they start Googling porn.
Nice.
I just rolled my eyes and tried to hurry with my packing.
Yep.
But at that time, the 3rd guy saw a teacher had been showing us the movie head back towards the room from this glass peeking window thing all the doors in our school had. So we panicked and jumped towards the screen that the projector projects onto, and pulled down on the string that brings it up and down.
That's not going to stop the image. That's not how projectors work.
Unfortunately, he pulled so hard the whole screen came down from its hardness and fell into his hands. At this point, the teacher walked into the room, and the guy with the screen all over him just goes, "Hi, Mrs. So-and-so." And of course, the computer was still on. It was now projecting directly onto the wall a random picture of tits.
And also, like, the dude's face, which is hilarious, too. Like, he's standing in front of it, right? Because he just pulled the screen down.
And that's how I got caught in the middle of some vandalism and a very, very hard to explain picture of breasts. Musa.
That's a real bummer that he got involved in that. That's like wrong place at the wrong time.
The next one comes in from Dylan. The stupidest thing he's ever done was either touching a jellyfish when his family went camping when he was 8, or going to the park in the middle of a gated community at 4 a.m. with 7 of his rowdy friends to film scenes for a movie they were doing. The gated community folk ended up calling the cops, saying that they're drunken college kids doing things, quote-unquote, in the park, even though they were really just sober middle schoolers. Dylan.
I have done, I've really considered touching a jellyfish before, and it seems like something I would do, so I can't fault it for that. And I've definitely been, like, late at night in places I shouldn't be filming a movie. Like, I've done that before. Like, we're making a gangster movie. We're all dressed up in suits and, like, hanging around with these fake guns downtown. We shouldn't be.
The life you lead, man.
I know. It's, you know what? I'm a rambling man, Toby.
Josh, along with that every week, we also have where we like when people ask us questions.
Yes.
This is called the listener interaction.
Great. It has a name now.
Show. Yeah, it changes every week.
Finally, we settled on one.
No, I'll change it next week. Again, cast@geek-pop.com. You can ask us any question you want. You can also go to geek-pop.com and ask us questions on our Tumblr or other things along those lines.
If you can find some other way to reach us, then
we got some Twitters. We'll get to those later. We got some all sorts of ways to reach us. But cast@geek-pop is the best way to get your stuff on this show. Josh, the first anonymous question from Tumblr. Okay. Why are you so bad at DOTA? The answer to that...
Go ahead.
I mean, if you're going to give real answers, that's fine. My answers are going to be, I'm just going to go hard at the person that asked them.
Yeah, I was going to explain that I feel like this is directed at you, because we know... So, Anonymous, we have our ways, Toby. We
have our ways. I have a Dota friend that likes to call me a noob and insult me constantly. This is right up his wheelhouse of creeping me on the internets and coming at me in my home. This is my home of podcast, and he's trying to break in my house right now.
Speaking of him, he also added
he wants a shout out in the show, so I'm not saying his name, I think.
Okay, so I spoke to him before the podcast started, Toby. Breaking news. And told him the show was about to start, and he told me, again, that he wanted a shout out. So I said, sure thing, Anonymous. Toby, I put him on blast. I let him know that
you threw shade right all over him.
That's right. So he gave me a name to call him by, and we're not going to call him by that name. We're going to call him Tinkle Master. It's similar to the name that he wanted us to call him by, but it's way worse.
I call him Stinkle a lot.
Stinkle. Perfect. Even better.
Here's
to you, Stinkle.
Here's to you, Stinkle. Here's your shout out for the week. You are he says he is our one true love and secret admirer. Stinkle, I appreciate that. Josh, he wants to know why we're so bad at Dota. Probably because we don't have a 4-hour turnaround guarantee like he does.
Oh, take that, Stinkle. Shots fired.
Can he be a guest on our show? He'll give me all of his priceless treasures from Dota. That's actually tempting.
It would be for you. I could tell. Yeah.
I'm just going to sell and make money off it. It's gonna be my first sponsorship.
Let's record a show that never gets aired, and then you can just steal his shit from Dota. It'd be perfect. Like, yeah, you're totally on the show. Yep, this is happening.
And then his real question is, as comic book connoisseurs, what is our take on the upcoming female Thor comics coming out? He looks forward to it, but just wants to see what we think about it.
So Marvel recently announced that Thor was going to be female, and that... I don't know really what the details are. They haven't explained too much, but that their words were, this isn't Thora or anything like that. This is Thor, and
it's just Lady Thor.
But not even. It's not Lady Thor. It's Thor. Like they're making a big point about they're not going to like womanize the name or anything like that. It's just now Thor with boobs. But here's the thing, Tobias. Thor, Marvel didn't invent Thor. Thor is like a
mythical figure.
Mythical figure.
He's an actual person in theory.
Exactly. So just changing his gender is dumb. But I mean, like, it wouldn't be dumb if I read the comics up to it and there was an actual reason and something was going on, because Loki turned into a girl for a while and it was a decent storyline. It made sense why he was a girl for a while. But they didn't put it on blast on Good Morning America. It wasn't a publicity stunt. This is just stupid. This is just dumb. This is, I don't know, Nick Fury's black now. That's what this is. How do you feel about it?
I have no strong opinion on it one way or the other.
Yeah.
The only thing it reminds me of, because they did announce this a little while ago, we're not going to get into the specifics of this. We're talking about the whole... I guess we'll say the feminist thing is pretty strong right now.
Yeah.
And this announcement did was just start another bullshit fight between everybody about things that people shouldn't waste their time fighting about.
Yeah, it really did.
So my only thought on it is it's just another dumb thing for everyone to fight about.
That's what you've just described the internet.
Oh, I know. but it usually escalates around, I guess all the time. It's always really stupid trivial stuff.
It is, yeah, like the gender of a C-tier comic book character. Yeah.
Wow. Shots fired at Thor.
Shots fired at Thor. You know what? He's a girl now, so what's he gonna do? Toby, that wrapped it all up in a little bow for you.
Musa would like to know, what advice would we give to somebody about to start college the next month from what we can remember of the experience?
Talk to people. That's something. Make friends. So here's the thing about college is that you might feel like you're busy, but it's like the last time in your life when you're not busy. Like when you have all the time in the world. So just go throw frisbee on the quad or whatever and just go hang out. It's good times. Have fun.
If there are social clubs that are offered at your school, even if you don't think you're going to like them, just go anyway.
It's a good one.
Just so you can have people to talk to. When you start taking your classes for your major, those people will pretty much be your closest friends because you'll probably see them in every class you take.
Yep.
Depending on how big the college is. So that's something to do. Try to stay around college as much as possible. The campus I went to for college was pretty much a commuter campus, where on the weekends everyone went home for the most part.
Yep.
If you can avoid that, try to do that if all possible, because, I mean, I still went to parties, but those parties with my friends. It wasn't really like, oh man, the so-and-so's throwing this huge thing. It was just like, I'm going to see my friends this weekend again. So basically, I think the moral of college is, oh, the other thing too, whoever you are, it does not matter. If you want to be the nerdiest person ever, go for it. No one's going to give a shit, and not in the bad way. Like, people will like the fact that you're just going to do what you're going to do. College is definitely a time to actually find yourself. I was pretty quiet in high school. I was a smartass with my friends, but quiet to everybody else. And maybe the first or second year in college was when I realized something along the lines of, I'm actually funny when I speak my mind and say the dumb jokes I have in my head.
Well,
fuck you.
I'm just kidding.
We're trying to fucking give life lessons, bitch.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good.
So, whoever you feel like you actually are, now is the time to roll with it. Because no one's going to care in college. You probably think everyone's watching you, or they give a shit the way you are, but they don't. Everyone's more concerned about themselves than you. So if you feel like whoever you want to be, or whoever the person you really think you are, now is the time to do it. It's not like high school where if you say you like comic books, you might get like fucking wedgied or some dumb bullshit like that if you're fucking in the 70s. Just definitely be whoever you want to be, whoever you feel you are, because it does not matter.
Or if you don't know who that is, like you were saying, like that's the time to explore. Like if you think like D&D sounds awesome, then go play D&D with people. And then if that's lame, don't do it anymore. Like if you want to go play Ultimate Frisbee, like go try it out. Like yeah, like it's like you said, it's it's very free. You can do whatever. Like there are so many people into so many different things. Everyone is doing that. Everyone is away from home for the first time and is kind of like exploring and figuring out who they are. So like it's a really cool environment to like fit in and do that same thing.
Yeah, and the other thing too is if you are going to be in the dorm, keep your door open all the time. Unless you're in your room, like actually trying to study or looking at porn or some bullshit, always keep your door open, because if your door is open, people will at least hear you watching TV, hear you playing games, and it is a conversation starter. If they walk by and hear you playing like Mario Kart or some bullshit, they'll say, "Oh my God, Rainbow Road!" You can hang out with some random new person in your grouping, suite, whatever the hell however your schooling goes. But always have your door open whenever possible.
Right on. Yeah. I played in the band through college. I mean, that was a really good source of friends.
And Josh ended up with me. Look at how life turns out.
Well, that just shows that, like, you know what? Not everyone can win at life. Like,
exactly.
Sometimes we get stuck with each other.
Exactly. And then Dylan's question for the week was, going back to his filming in the park story, have you ever had to write a story or a script for anything? And how would you go about getting inspired to write such a thing?
Like, I mean, I once in a while dabble in writing. I like to write. It is very relaxing at times. I haven't really ever written like a script to something really. It's always just like short stories and stuff that I'm writing that don't ever get published anywhere. I don't know. Have you written anything?
Other than when I tried to do that blog once years ago, not really. I like to write, or no, I used to do reviews for my friend's movie website all the time.
Yeah.
So I did a bunch of those, and for doing inspired, I mean, I would at least start with something you like or something you know, so you're not guessing.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna write a gangster movie, but you don't really know anything about guns or gangsters, I probably wouldn't go in head first with that being your first thing of, oh, I'm gonna write how the mob does this, I'm gonna write how the mob does this. But if it's Dylan, I know he's in the Power Rangers. So, as fucked up as it's going to sound, I would write a slash fic about the Power Rangers, but I wouldn't make it, like, a dirty one. I would start with, like, something along the lines of just try to make your own episode.
Yeah. So, I've done that. I like to put it in my terms, so we're not just, like, ragging on Dylan about making a slash fic. I'm a big comic book fan, as you know, so I've written, like, Spider-Man stories before, because that's way easier to, like, play in someone else's world that they've already created and just write new stuff in that same, like, structure. Rather than building your whole new world with a whole new character, like, if you just want to, like, flex your writing muscles, go do that. Like, pick a character you like, pick the Power Rangers, whatever, and like that. Yeah, like, make up an episode, something along those lines.
Dylan, to be fair, you watched a lot of Power Rangers with us. You know how bad that show is. You can't be any worse.
That's a good point. That's a real good starting point, yeah. And in terms of, like, finding something you like. Like you guys know, I'm a big pro wrestling fan. So for a long time, I ran like a pro wrestling blog and like wrote reviews for the shows, kind of like Toby did with all the movies and stuff. So yeah, like that's starting with like something that you know really well, or at least comfortable writing about, or it's just fun for you. That's good inspiration to kind of keep doing that and keep going with that.
So Josh, we dispensed some life advice today.
Yeah, we got too serious. I want to yell about Street Sharks some more. Like
fuck Slamu.
Yeah, Slamu can suck everything.
Yeah, fuck Shark Week. So if you want to get any sort of contact with us, you can always email us at cast@geek-pop.com. You can go to our website, geek-pop.com, ask a question on our Tumblr.
And Josh, there's also other ways to... Show questions.
What?
I said the button on the website is called Show Questions.
You click on Show Questions, you get show answers on the show.
Woo!
There's also other places to find us. You can find us on iTunes under Geek Pop, ! in the title. We are the ones with the 20-sided die in the glasses. Do not get us confused with the rival Geek Pop podcast, Josh. Because apparently there are other ones.
Yeah, rival is the right word. They're our mortal enemy. We're gonna do a panty raid on them at some point. We're gonna go take them down, Toby.
I'm gonna pants that guy.
Yeah,
you can also find us on Stitcher. You can get the link on that from geek-pop.com. You can leave us reviews on either iTunes or Stitcher. Subscribe or follow or however both those social media sites work because it looks cool for us. If you leave reviews for us on either of those sites, we will read them on the show. Dylan, I know you said you left one at some point, but it did not show up anywhere, so that's on you, bud. Josh, where else can we find you at?
You can find me on Twitter. It's at GI_Josh, or on my other podcast, which you can find at thegorillaposition.com.
You can find me on Twitter at GirlsHeartGeeks. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/GHGToby. You can find me on Steam, GHGToby. Or you can find me at www.tobesplays.com, where I do YouTube Let's Plays and ties into my Twitch now. So if you want to watch me play games and scream at people that I don't know, but I just scream at them anyway, that is the best place to do it.
The breast place.
The breast place. The breast place is the best place. Josh, this is another great week for Geek Pop Podcast.
It indeed has been, Toby. It's been a pleasure.
I am once again Toby.
And I am once again Josh.
Josh, what's it called when there's like bonus content for an issue of a comic book?
Is
that a thing?
Well, like an Easter egg? Is that what you're talking about? Or like... This is like when you go and watch the Marvel movie, and then there's like a secret like plug at the end, like for the next movie. We're like Nick Fury finding the Cosmic Cube.
I never saw those movies, but okay. Josh, I forgot the most important email that I got.
Wow, that is putting all the other emails on blast about how their importance is in relation to your mind.
But there's actually two emails, Josh, and these are probably the two most crucial pieces of information I've ever received in my entire life.
All right, crucial dudes, that's what we're doing. Bring it on.
Josh, the nurse stared at me. She checked my blood pressure a second time, then a third. Then she told me if I didn't lose weight fast, I'd die of a stroke or heart attack at any moment. When I told my son Ken I had to lose weight or die, he told me to drop whatever I was doing and toss this one food out of my refrigerator. Quit this one food to lose weight. I know it sounds crazy, but read the rest of the story before you make up your mind.
What?
Josh, there's one food out there that could be killing me right now.
Is it Pizza Pockets? Because I tweeted about Pizza Pockets yesterday, and Musa came down hard on me on Pizza Pockets.
I don't even know, but Josh, there was a follow-up email hours later about this.
All right.
Josh, my son's text hit me like a punch in the gut. Hey, Dad, what do I have to do to lose weight? Because I don't want to end up like you. And this isn't fucking like...
This is real life.
iMessage font. Like, someone actually took a screenshot of a text message and put in this email.
Dang.
It broke my heart, but I didn't blame him one bit. My life was out of control, and I was dangerously obese. I had tried all the fad diets, and none of them worked for me. Then I read this strange book that convinced me to stop eating this one food. You'll never believe what happened next. Quit this one food to lose weight. I know it sounds crazy, Josh, but read the rest of this story before you make up your mind.
It's Pizza Pockets. I know it's Pizza Pockets.
I just want everyone out there to know there's one food in your fridge that's fucking killing you right now. And you know what? I don't care enough to read the story to find out what it is.
It might be smoked sausage.
It could be anything. It could be the water in your fucking fridge. And you'll never know because the podcast is over right now. It's over right now. It's over right now. It's over right now. This is over right now. This is over right now. This is over right now.